All right, and we're here, and we're back. We are here up against Sly Robbie for this is week 7. He's got a team of Metagross. Oh, whoa! I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. Raikou. Can I do it again? I don't know. Metagross, Raikou, Entei, Mamoswine, Driftblim, and Toxicroak. Uh, yes. So, the plan here is simple. Now, I know SlyRobby. I know him. He's very sly. But we are going to out SlyRobby. And the way we do that is simple. It's actually not that simple. I think I'm going to lead with Weezing, because I feel like it's pretty good versus everything except for Raikou. And if he leaves Raikou, I can just go into Flygon. So yeah. Yeah, he brought the Drifblim, which is cool. I'm really sad, though, that he didn't bring Delibird. Like, I'm really upset he didn't bring Delibird. I'm actually upset that Delibird is not here. Really wish he would just bring Delibird to a battle. But Delibird didn't come. I was expecting it. I prepared heavily for it. Why do you think I have Miltank? But yeah, we do see the two dogs, the Raikou and the Entei. Pretty expected. Mamoswine, SlyRobby can't leave his house without bringing Mamoswine, so obviously that's coming. Driftblim is interesting bring. Wasn't really too much on my radar. Also, Toxicroak, kind of an interesting bring. Didn't really think about that one too much, but okay, we do see Raikou, unfortunately. It's like the best thing he could have led versus Weezing, so I think I'm just going to go right into Flygon here. Worst case scenario is like he burns us with Scald, but he's probably just gonna Volt Switch or Thunderbolt. He might be like Calm Mind or something. I don't know, but we'll see. We do have Choice Scarf Jirachi this week, so our Choice Scarf Jirachi can outspeed Raikou, which is nice. Outspeed his whole team actually, which should be good. But yeah, we're bringing both Miltank and Weezing this week. Two Pokemon that I don't usually bring all season, but they're pretty defensive, and I actually like their matchup versus SlyRobby's team, because SlyRobby's team is very physically offensive, mainly with Mamoswine and Metagross. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, so we just see Volt Switch. Perfect. So that works out really well for me. I can pretty freely just fire off an Earthquake unless he goes into Driftblim, which he might. We might see Drifblim here, but we also might see Mamoswine, and getting some chip damage on Earthquake might be really nice. So I'm just going to fire off an Earthquake. I don't really lose anything from it unless he goes into Driftblim, but I'm not really scared of Driftblim. If he goes into Driftblim, I can just go into like Miltank or something. Driftblim isn't a huge threat. So yeah, we do see Driftblim. No Flame Orb or anything like that, so I don't really know what his item is. I think I can pretty safely just go into Miltank, not really fearing any attack he might go for. And I can set up Stealth Rock, which will be nice. Stealth Rock is always handy. Yep. Drifloon is just a giant hot air balloon ghost thing. Oh, so we see Thunder Wave. Interesting. Okay, so it's probably going to have Hex, but I'm immune to Hex. It's actually okay that Miltank is Thunder Wave. It's not a huge deal. It's a little bit annoying. I'm just going to set up Stealth Rock here. I don't think Driftblim learns Defog. Pretty sure it doesn't, but it might. It might. I really don't know. But if it doesn't, he doesn't have any other Defogger. So getting up Stealth Rock is really nice here. He didn't choose to bring Mantine, which I'm a little bit surprised about. I thought he would bring Mantine, given I have like a Azumarill and Arcanine, but I'm happy that he didn't bring Mantine. Glad Mantine is not here. So we see Toxicroak, which makes sense. I can just go pretty safely into Wheezing here on Toxicroak. I could also go Flygon alternatively, which would also be decent. I don't really know what Toxicroak is going to want to do. I can Will-O-Wisp it with Wheezing though, so I'm just going to go into that. He might just fire off a Drain Punch. If he Swords Dances though, I don't really want to go Flygon. That's the thing. So yeah, the safe play for me is to just go Wheezing and fire off a Will-O-Wisp. It's not really worth it to risk Flygon in case he goes for Swords Dance. So this week we're going with the theme of all pirate nicknames. Every Pokemon on my team has a pirate nickname. I know SlyRobby likes pirates. Oh, he doubles into Drifblim. Interesting. Okay, cool. Just take some Stealth Rock damage, which is fine. So the thing is, like, Miltank can't actually touch Drifblim, which is a little bit annoying. But I know it has Thunder Wave. I could go into Flygon. I could also just Will-O-Wisp it here, but I don't really want to stay in and get Thunder Waved and Hexed on Wheezing. Wheezing is pretty nice, actually, versus like a lot of things on his team, mainly Toxicroak and Mamoswine and Entei. So I think I'm gonna go Flygon here. Yeah, this Drifblim is kind of annoying, but having Stealth Rock to wear it down is nice. Oh, it does have Defog. Look at that. You learn something new every day. So Drifblim goes for Defog to remove Stealth Rock, which is good for him. I can fire off a Stone Edge here pretty freely, just to get some damage on this Drifblim. I'm not sure what it's going to want to do. So we see Thunder Wave and Defog. Not really scared of this Drifblim offensively. So Stone Edge is good chip damage. And Strength Sap. Oh, yes, this thing is Strength Sap. Oh, this thing is so annoying. Drifblim is so annoying. It's not really like a threat, but I just don't want my whole team to get Thunder Waved. That's the thing. And unfortunately, I can't touch it with Miltank. I mean, I can go Miltank and keep getting up Stealth Rock, I suppose. Yeah. This might be a long game if I can't kill Drifblim. But, I'm in it for the long haul. I think I have a pretty good defensive backbone versus his offensive threats, so I'm not super worried. I brought Miltank mainly because it has Thick Fat, which helps me a lot versus both Entei and Mamoswine. So Miltank is physically defensive, and with Thick Fat, I resist Mamoswine's Ice type attacks and Entei's Fire type attacks. So having Miltank here is nice, and it's also nice because I'm immune to Shadow Ball. So we've seen Drifblim's entire moveset now. Its only attacking move is Shadow Ball, and it has Thunder Wave, Strength Sap to heal, and Defog. So Drifblim can't touch this Miltank, and Miltank can't touch this Drifblim. So this is nice. We're just going to sit here and stare at each other, but I'm going to set up Stealth Rock. If he switches out, that's good for me, because then he has to start taking Stealth Rock damage. He could just stay in Defog, but I don't know if he would do that. He's probably just going to go into Toxicroak here. So yeah, we'll see. I need to get Azumarill in and start putting holes in his team, because Azumarill here is Choice Banded. So Azumarill will help me break through this Drifblim. Arcanine can also potentially do it, or Jirachi if I get it weakened. So we do see Toxicroak here. Toxicroak didn't actually go for a move last time. He double switched. So I don't know what... Yeah, I don't know what this Toxicroak is going to do. Last time he just double switched into Drifblim. I'm going to make the same switch into Wheezing though. Yeah, I don't want him to Swords Dance up on my Flygon. Let's see what he does. So yeah, we just see Drain Punch. Totally fine. Wheezing takes that. I'm going to fire off a Will-O-Wisp here. Getting a burn on anything on his team is nice. The only thing that can switch in is Entei, but I can stay in and fire off Sludge Bombs if he goes Entei. Getting a Will-O-Wisp on Drifblim will be nice if he just decides to go Drifblim here. But either way, I'm just going to fire off a Will-O-Wisp and burn something. This Toxicroak is kind of annoying, though. Just for Miltank, especially. And Azumarill. Azumarill not being able to spam water moves is kind of annoying, because Toxicroak has dry skin. So Azumarill can't just go for water moves. It has to go for Play Rough. So yeah, my plan is kind of just to like save Jirachi and use it to clean up kills later on once things get chip damage, but I just need to get Azumarill in safely to start actually chipping down his team. Oh, this is good. That's annoying. So he goes into Metagross and I miss Will-O-Wisp. It would have been so good if I got the Will-O-Wisp off on Metagross here. But unfortunately, we miss. I'm really tempted to just go for it again because burning Metagross will be really nice. He could have Zen Headbutt, but I'll live it because I'm max defense. Alternatively, I could go Miltank, but Miltank is paralyzed and Earthquake isn't going to go do too much because Metagross is thick. So I'm actually just going to stay in Will-O-Wisp again. I could go Arcanine also, but I don't want him to predict that. I mean, I also don't want to take the hit on Arcanine. Like, Zen Headbutt will 2-hit KO Arcanine, and I don't want Arcanine to take a ton of damage early on. I really just want to get a burn on this Metagross, and I can Pain Split the damage off with Wheezing if I take a Zen Headbutt here. So it's worth it to just stay in and go for Will-O-Wisp, but literally everything on his team is still at 100%, so I don't really have to worry with Wheezing. I can just Pain Split. Okay, so he goes back into Drifblim there, so he gets really lucky that I miss Will-O-Wisp, and he makes the switch that he should have made in the first place, which is Drifblim. So, yeah, at this point he's probably going to go for Defog. I could go back into Miltank and Stealth Rock, but I could also use this as an opportunity to get something in and do damage. I kind of want to go Azumarill and click Play Rough. I think that's my best play. Worst case scenario is he gets paralyzed. I don't know if he would stay in, because I don't think Arcanine can kill it with Flare Blitz. Drifblim is pretty thick. Like, it's just a big hot air balloon, right? So, like, it's probably going to take the Flare Blitz just fine. Let's go with Azumarill here. Yep, so he goes for Defog. To be expected. The burn is nice. The burn cancels out the leftovers, which is really good. I'm just going to fire off a Play Rough here. Good news is if he paralyzes me, I can go for Facade, which is kind of nice. Just going to go for Play Rough. Yeah, nothing in his team really wants to take this except for Metagross. If he thinks he's smart and goes Toxicroak, he's just going to die. I can't go for the Water-type move because he has Toxicroak, and I don't want that thing to come in. So yeah, but I'll take chip damage on literally anything here, and if he stays in and I take out Drifblim, that's probably best case scenario, honestly. Like, even if Azumarill gets paralyzed here, like worst case scenario, I still have Facade and Aqua Jet, so it's not the end of the world. He could Strength that. That's something he could do, is he could Strength that and maybe live the hit. Probably live the hit. But we'll see. We'll see what he does. So he just goes Metagross, so I'll take this damage on Metagross. It's only 22, so it's actually not a lot of damage. This Metagross is kind of bulky. So here now versus this Metagross. I also don't know what this Metagross is going to do because we didn't see a move on it last time. He could just go for the Meteor Mash or the Zen Headbutt. Kind of want to go Wheezing. But if he goes for Zen Headbutt, I might get 2-hit KO'd. Actually, I don't know. Alternatively, I could go Jirachi, which might be nice. But I don't know if I'll kill this Metagross. I could go Arcanine also. I don't think he'd go for Earthquake here because I have Weezing and Flygon. So I could go Arcanine, which could be good. It would resist Meteor Mash. What is Arcanine's good for Entei though. I just don't want to switch Weezing in hard on potentially a Zen Headbutt. And I want to save Miltank for Mamoswine and Entei. I'm going to make the Arcanine play. Let's see what he does. Oh, he does go for Earthquake. Okay, so he made a good play going for Earthquake. Predicting my switch. I could have just gone Weezing and been immune to that. That would have been good for me, but I can still fire off a Flare Blitz here. Alternatively, I could Morning Sun, but Flare Blitz is just nice, so I'm going to go for it. He's playing well so far. He got lucky dodging a Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, that was a lucky Earthquake prediction for him. It was a good play. But Arcanine is still useful. I would definitely take this trade on Metagross if he stayed in. Let's see what he does, though. This is tough. I really want a Morning Sun. It's really tempting to go for Morning Sun. I just don't want him to stay in. Yeah, see, I could have Morning Sunned on Entei. So Arcanine is still useful, though. I'm definitely going to save it. Versus Entei, I think I just want to go Miltank. The nice part about Miltank being paralyzed, too, is I don't have to worry about getting burned by Sacred Fire. I'm just going to go Miltank on Entei as we eat the Extreme Speed up. It's actually Life Orb Entei, which is good to know. I'm going to go for Stealth Rock again here. Just want to keep setting up Stealth Rock. Punishing Drifblim. Having Stealth Rock up is good. It also forces Drifblim to go for Defog whenever it comes in, which can grant me a free turn if I know that that's what it's going to go for. So I'm just going to go for Stealth Rock here. Entei can't really touch Miltank, and knowing that its Life Orb is nice because it's going to take some more residual damage. So this chip damage on Entei is really good. As we see Toxicroak here, Toxicroak comes back out on Miltank. He could easily predict this, but I'm just going to make the same play and go Weezing, I think. Yeah, I think I'm just going to make the same play and go Weezing. There's no reason for me not to at this point. He could go Drifblim, but I don't really want to predict the Drifblim just yet. It goes for Drain Punch. Perfect. He could go Drifblim now, but I think I'm still going to fire off another Will-O-Wisp, because even if he goes Drifblim, it'll be at 50%, and then I can bring out something else. I can bring out Jirachi, honestly. Or Flygon. I don't know. I could bring out Jirachi here and try to catch Drifblim potentially, preventing it from going for Defog or going for Pain, because I don't want it to Pain Split up on Azumarill. I don't think he stays in. There's no way he stays in here. So if anything, he's going to go either into Drifblim or maybe into Metagross. Maybe. I think I'm going to make the Jirachi play. Mainly predicting Drifblim. Okay, so he does go Metagross. Do I stay in and go for the Shadow Ball? I kind of want to. I want to say I live in Earthquake. Alternatively, I could just go Weezing. Or Flygon. Actually, Flygon's better. Flygon is better. Gonna go Flygon. Don't really want to risk Jirachi this early on. need to get more damage on this Metagross. Metagross is very threatening. I can't take it out just yet. I know he's going to go for Earthquake here, so I can get a free switch into Flygon. Need to be patient. I'm going to fire off an Earthquake here. If he goes Driftblim, which he probably will, I'm just going to go for Stone Edge next turn and see if I can take him out that way. But Earthquake here is good. Flygon is going to be really good if I can manage to take out this Driftblim. He also hasn't brought out Mamoswine yet. Mamoswine is a big problem. Let's not forget. Let's not get it twisted. So yeah. SlyRobby's being pretty sly though so far. Just being quite sly. He's made a lot of double switches, which have actually paid off for him this game so far. But I'm slowly wearing down Driftblim. I want to ideally keep it low, prevent him from going for Strength Sap. Wearing down Entei. Rocks are up, which pressures his team a lot. So he stays in with Metagross, takes an Earthquake, that's really good. Okay. Gets the attack boost, which is a little bit annoying. So it looks like he takes the trade here, Earthquake for Meteor Mash. Even after the attack boost, I can still live a Meteor Mash pretty comfortably. The last one did 34, so with the attack boost, it's doing about 50. So I can live that, go for another Earthquake, and then at that point, Metagross will be in range of getting revenge killed by most anything. Question is, do I want to trade Flygon for Metagross? Flygon does look pretty nice for stuff like Toxicroak and Entei, especially Raikou. I don't really like... The thing is, like, I feel like if I lose Flygon early, I'm going to have problems against Raikou later, which I don't like. Because he definitely goes for Meteor Mash again here, so I'm debating going Jirachi and then firing off a Shadow Ball, but I don't know if that'll kill Metagross from like 70%, because he's going to take leftovers. Yeah, like if Flygon, like, so I could go for Earthquake again here and live this Meteor Match at like 20%, but he's going to live my Earthquake at like 15%, something like that, right? He also might have Bullet Punch. And so if I lose Flygon, or if Flygon just gets low enough to where Raikou can kill it, like Raikou's going to be really annoying. I mean, I have a couple forms of priority on Scarf Jirachi. Let's just go for Earthquake again. Yeah, so Metagross is definitely in range. Oh. Metagross goes for Rest and heals back up to full. He's got to have Sleep Talk. I want to go Weezing and start firing off Flamethrowers. I guess that's why... That makes sense why he wasn't afraid of Will-O-Wisp earlier. But, like, the thing is like, Weezing is immune to Earthquake and can take the Meteor Mashes decently, and I can fire off Flamethrowers, which will hit this Metagross decently well. I don't want Flygon. He has to get lucky with the Sleep Talk pulls, too. I'm gonna go Weezing. Just gonna go Weezing. Yeah, so this Metagross is pretty annoying, actually. Sleep Talk. Earthquake. Cool. We got lucky there. I'm gonna fire off a Flamethrower. I'm hoping this does at least 30%. If I can 3-hit KO this, that would be really good. Metagross has a lot more physical defense than it has special defense, so It took the Earthquakes from Flygon pretty comfortably at 40%, but these Flamethrowers from Weezing are also going to hurt. So he goes Drifblim here, which is cool. So he's at 32. His question is, does he go for Strength Sap or does he go for Defog? Let's see. What do I want to do? I could bring in a Azumarill, but I don't want him to Strength Sap up to full. I think I could go Jirachi here. I don't think he's going to go for Shadow Ball. And even if he does, I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, like, that's the best thing I can do versus Strength Sap. I mean, I could stay in and keep going for Flamethrower, but it's not doing enough. I'm going to go Jirachi here. Predicting either Defog or Strength Sap. Strength Sap is just really annoying. I really think Strength Sap is like the best healing move in the game. It's very strong. He does go for Strength Sap. Let's see how much this heals him. Yeah, so not quite back up to full, but a good amount. He can Shadow Ball, but I can Shadow Ball him back. I can actually Thunderbolt, which will do more. But I think I want to go for Shadow Ball just because it's safer in case he switches out. So I'm going to fire off a Shadow Ball here and try to 2-hit heal this Drifblim. If he hits me with a Shadow Ball, that's fine. I'll live it. It's worth it to put the pressure on this Drifblim, especially because he didn't go for Defog. So if I can get Drifblim below 25%, which I'm pretty sure I can with a Shadow Ball, then it's going to die to Stealth Rock upon switch in, and that is what I want. I want Stealth Rock to be up, and I want Drifblim to be dead. That is how I'm going to break through. Put pressure on his team, really. But Metagross is still annoying. Mamoswine is still a threat that we haven't seen. But yeah, as long as I can keep Entei worn down, that's good. And yes, Raikou. I'm not sure what he's going to do here. He hasn't seen a move on my Jirachi yet. I haven't gone for any moves, so he doesn't know what I have. I am offensive variant. Perfect. Let's see what he does. Oh, the Thunder Wave. That's actually annoying for me. I don't like that. I'm gonna go for Shadow Ball again. It's actually annoying that he Thunder Waves Jirachi. Still faster, so Drifblim's dead, which is really good. Drifblim being dead is really good, but Jirachi being paralyzed is not good, because now Jirachi is slower than Raikou. And Mamoswine. And Entei. Whereas before it was faster than all of those things. And maybe Toxicroak as well. So I don't like that. But Drifblim being dead is really good, so he can't get rid of Stealth Rock now. He lost his Defogger. Stealth Rock is up for good, which means Entei's going to come in at 35% and take Life Orb when it goes for attacks. Stealth Rock is going to wear down his team. This is also really good for Flygon. Flygon can freely click Earthquake. He has no Earthquake resist, and actually 4 out of his 5 mons are weak to Earthquake. So Flygon is looking really good now that Drifblim is dead. Same thing goes for Weezing too. Weezing still being at 100 is really nice for me. With Drifblim dead. So we see Mamoswine here. Mamoswine finally shows its face. He's probably just going to go for Earthquake. I think I can pretty safely go Weezing, honestly. Could go Miltank alternatively, but like, I don't know. Miltank might be better. I don't really want to take unnecessary damage on Weezing if I don't have to. Let's go Miltank. We can fire off. I'll take the Earthquake. He might be Choice Banded. I know he likes running Choice Banded Mamoswine. It's definitely a set that he's run in the past. So see how much this does. He goes for Rock Slide, so that does nothing, which is cool. He might have been predicting Wheezing, I guess, but that still would have done nothing to Wheezing. I'm just going to fire off a Body Slam here. Alternatively, I could Earthquake, which actually might be better. So I'm going to go for Earthquake. It does less to Mamoswine, but it does more to everything else. And it's just good chip damage. I don't need to kill Mamoswine with Miltank. I just need to get good chip damage on it. I just need to chip it down. Azumarill can check it with Aqua Jet. Always, which is good. So yeah. And I don't know what kind of Mamoswine this is. I don't think it's Choice Banded because Rock Slide only did 16%. But we don't see Life Orb. Oh no, wait. No, we don't see Life Orb. That was my leftovers. So, I don't know what kind of Mamoswine this is. But we'll see here. I'm firing off an Earthquake either way. Because if he goes Toxicroak, catching it with an Earthquake would be really nice. Even Raikou, catching it with Earthquake would be really nice. So we're going to go for that. Because, yeah, Mamoswine might not stay. It does go for Earthquake, though. So, and we go for Earthquake back. 2 Earthquakes in a row. So we only take 34 from the Earthquake. I'm going to go for Milk Drink here, try to heal up on it. Good. So we can heal up now. I'm going to hope I don't get paralyzed and go for another Milk Drink. So yeah, Miltank is staying healthy, doing its thing. Toxicroak comes out here. That would have been... Okay, I got paralyzed either way, so it's fine. I'm going to fire off the... I'm going to go Wheezing here. Gonna go Wheezing. Because Toxicroak can't do anything to Wheezing. Like, Wheezing is just safe on Toxicroak every time, and, like, he could predict it, but what's he gonna go? Raikou? I guess. So, yeah. Losing Drifblim for him really opens up my team, though. Unfortunately, I lost the speed on my Jirachi, which is annoying, but I think I could still play around the rest of his team pretty well with my defensive core and Flygon. And as long as I play well with the Azumarill, I should be fine. So yeah, Toxicroak once again does nothing to Wheezing, and Wheezing just gets in for free, which is good. I want to go for Flamethrower here because I feel like he might go Metagross. Like, he's not going to stay. I could Will-Wisp, but he's not going to stay in. I'm just going to get some damage and go for Flamethrower. He might go Raikou. I mean, I could Sludge Bomb, but I don't want him to stay in or go Mamoswine or go Metagross. I feel like if anything, he's just going to go Metagross or Raikou. So yeah, I'd be surprised if he stayed in there. And even if he stays in, Flamethrower will hit it just fine. Just fine. We're definitely in a good position now that Drifblim is dead and rocks are up, though. We've managed to keep Wheezing healthy, which is really all we need. So yeah, we do see Metagross, so that works out well for us. Flamethrower is doing 37, which I like. And that's looking like it could be a 3-hit KO. That's what I want to see. So let's go for Flamethrower again. This is exactly what I wanted. I've got no problem staying in with Wheezing on this Metagross because I can just wear it down with Flamethrower. Like, he can pull Meteor Mash with Sleep Talk, but like, I'm gonna take that just fine, and like, I can play this game all day. I'm not worried. So yeah, Sleep Talk is a gambling game, and at this point, he can go for rest and heal back up, but I'm just gonna keep going for Flamethrower. Yeah, this is fine. I'll play this game all day. Like, the odds are in my favor. The odds are not in his favor. Like, even if he gets a Meteor Mash boost, I still think I just play this game. yeah, like Earthquake does nothing. He has to pull Meteor Mash from Sleep Talk, and even then, like, it's not going to do much to Wheezing. It'll do like maybe 30%, 40%. And I can just keep going for Flamethrower. So that's what this is. That's what's going to happen here. I'll sit here all day and click this Flamethrower. And so yeah, eventually he's going to realize that it isn't worth it for him to do this, and he might switch out. He'll probably go Raikou, which is fine. If he goes Raikou, I can bring out Flygon. So, okay, we get to the Meteor Mash. 28. It's even less than I thought. Yep. So, once again, he can go for Rest here, but I'm also healing up with Black Sludge. Yeah, I'm going to play this game all day. I do not care. I'll sit here and do this all day. So, we're healing up. We're already back to 85. He could stall me out of flamethrowers. I only have 17 flamethrowers left. If he really wants to keep doing this, I'll switch out if I almost run out of flamethrowers. But I think it's... Yep, so he misses Meteor Mash, which is cool. That's a little luck for me. And yeah, at this point, he's in range to die to flamethrower. So looks like Wheezing is going to do it. So this is really good. Wheezing is doing its thing. Yep. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we see Raikou here, most likely. I'm going to keep all of the health on Wheezing, because Wheezing is going to win me this game. Wheezing is already winning me this game. Just going to go Flygon on either the Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, whatever. Worst case scenario, again, is if he just Scalds Burns me here. But going Flygon and clicking Earthquake is a pretty drawback for replay for me. I don't know if he can 2-hit KO me if he predicts the switch. I don't know what he has for coverage, or, but we'll see. We will see what this Raikou wants to do. So he does go for Scald. Doesn't burn me, though, thankfully. I kind of just want to go for Roost. I could Earthquake, but I'm just going to go for Roost. You know what? Let's just go for Earthquake. I changed my mind. I don't want to, play too passively and give him a chance. So I'm just going to go for Earthquake. If he stays in and, Scald burns me, that's, worst case scenario, but he doesn't really have an Earthquake switch in. He could go Mamoswine here, but Mamoswine will then be, almost dead. And I can still save Flygon. Scald only did 26, which is nice. It means I can take another 2 if I switch it in on Raikou one more time, which is good. Maybe not if I get burned, but we'll see. We will see. I still have to be careful versus Raikou, though. I think the only way that he can win this game is with Raikou. So I'm still going to be extra cautious against Raikou here. So yeah. But I can always just sack something and bring in Flygon versus Raikou, so I'm not really worried. He does stay in, tries to get the burn, does get the burn, so lucky for him. He's also Shuka Berry, which is interesting. Okay. At this point in time, that's actually pretty annoying for me. I think I still want to go for Earthquake here, or I could go for Roost. Roost is actually... I'm already burned at this point, so let's just Roost up. So he ended up being Shuka Berry, which makes sense why he was willing to stay in and go for Scald, because even if he didn't get the burn, he would have lived Earthquake anyway, thanks to the Shuka Berry. So yeah. But we can Roost here. Scald is not quite killing me, and I can just heal back up. Even though Flygon is burned, still, no one really wants to take an Earthquake, and, it's just annoying. So Mamoswine's going to get a free switch in here, but Flygon is back at full HP, which is nice. At this point versus Mamoswine, I think I just go right back into Miltank. Still saving Weezing. I mean, alternatively, I could go Weezing. I don't know what's better here, Weezing or Miltank. I think Miltank is better still. Just gonna go Miltank. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, because it goes for Ice Shard, and that does 6. Just gonna fire off another Earthquake here. And perfect. Let's try to get this off. Oh no, we're paralyzed. So if we didn't get paralyzed that turn, this Toxicroak would have taken an Earthquake, and it would have nearly died, unfortunately. But this is totally fine because I can just go Weezing. So it's not a huge deal. And once again, for like the 4th or 5th time in this battle, Weezing gets a free switch on Toxicroak. And now Weezing is in. At this point, I can Will-O-Wisp. If he goes Entei, I can follow it up with a Sludge Bomb. So yeah, he actually stays in with Toxicroak, which is interesting. Just gonna fire off Flamethrower now. I just realized I didn't plug my laptop in, and it's like almost dead. But I think we'll make it to the end of this battle. It's fine. So, Flamethrower does 32. Which is good. Yeah, it looks like he's just sacking Toxicroak at this point to Weezing, so Weezing is kind of just winning this game at this point, which is exactly what I like to see. I haven't revealed Sludge Bomb yet, and I don't have to. So Toxicroak is down, which is good. So I am going to plug in my laptop so that it doesn't die. Let me do that. Okay. So Raikou comes out on Weezing, which is good. I can just go Flygon again, honestly. I don't really need to overthink this play. Like, the best thing he can do is double into Mamoswine, which he does. But at this point, like, I really don't lose too much because I can just go right back out into Miltank on this Mamoswine. I'm not really worried about it. He says this was GG's 3 years ago. I mean, 3 years is a long time. It's been like maybe 30 minutes. What does the recording say? It's actually been 43 minutes and 4 seconds. So, didn't bring anything for Weezing, really. Oh yeah, shout out to Weezing for winning this game. So, Mamoswine misses a Rock Slide. We're just going to go for Earthquake. He goes for Earthquake. We get paralyzed. That's very sad. I really want to finish this off with a 6-0. Critical hit Earthquake. Oh, that's just unfortunate. You know what I'm going to do here, though? Go Weezing. Unfortunately, Miltank is paralyzed. Very sad. I'm going to go for Flamethrower here. If he's not thick fat, he'll die, but we'll see. I could Will-O-Wisp, but like it's not really worth it because like Mamoswine isn't going to do much to me. I don't know why he's not going for Icicle Crash. Maybe he doesn't have it. But yeah, so Mamoswine is going to get 2 KO'd by Flamethrower. Ooh, the flinch. The flinch. He has gotten kind of lucky this game, but like, I don't know. I think we've played pretty well. Just gotta make sure we don't lose to Raikou here at the very end, but we can just go for Aqua Jet, so I think it's fine. Aqua Jet actually just wins at this point. I'm just gonna go Flygon because I want the 6-0. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I think SlyRobby played this game pretty well. He just wasn't super prepared for Weezing and Miltank. Like, if he brought... like, if he just put more pressure on Wheezing, like maybe using Raikou more or bringing another special attacker, like he could have won this game. Like Toxicroak was kind of dead weight for his team and just gave Weezing free switches and allowed Weezing to just sit there. So that worked out really well for me. Entei's going to come out here. And what am I going to do to finish this game off versus Entei? I'm actually just going to go Azumarill and go for Aqua Jet. Crunch. Perfect. And now we'll live the extreme speed and go for Aqua Jet. And that should be a 6-0 victory for us. So good game. And to SlyRobby. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all for tuning in. I will catch you guys in the next battle. Peace.